Hello, what's up, and welcome watchers from around the world. The sun is hiding and the magpie is casting. Coming to you guys today with a live 1 vs 1 battle, featuring, spawning in the north, it's going to be the United Kingdom forces of Princess of Night. And spawning in the south, it's going to be the Vermac forces of Don'tKnow. Both of these players, returning players, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for playing each other for our entertainment here. The map today is going to be Falmyonville approach. If I just pan around this map, I'm sure by now everybody is pretty familiar with this one. Cast it a number of times on the channel, and it's been in the game for a good long time. Decent map, not symmetrical, but with no real spawn bias. Good amounts of cover, decent buildings in good positions, so a good, fun map to play for your 1v1 battling needs. Let's take a look at the opening build here. Princess of Night going straight into a Tommy squad off the bat, no Vickers there, and it seems that Don'tKnow has gone straight for the infantry company, of course, which most Vermac players do, but then straight into a sniper with a grenadier queued up after. So this clearly an opening build which is tailored towards playing against the Brits. Their infantry, of course, low in number in squads and also very expensive per man to reinforce, so the sniper really exploits that when you're playing against the British players. Yep, here comes the Major, sneaking onto the battlefield now. Oh, yes, I am the Major, sniper here, getting my arse out of here, and all of the other things that he says. Now, he's going to see this Tommy squad straight up, and he is going to snipe them. We'll get a zoom in on that headshot. There he goes, he is down. Oh, indeed, first blood. That's a real thing. So, let me crack the tack. You can see the disposition of the forces around the map, so just have a little think to yourself, how do you think this battle's going to go? We've got a Vickers coming on into the field here, we've got a Grenadier squad moving on to the south, so looks like we're going to have some scuffles, I would imagine, sort of in this sort of area, as things move forwards. I would imagine we've got another Grenadier squad, and we do, coming out for Don'tKnow. Neither player's chosen a commander yet, so we'll see how they decide to use that resource as the game moves on. We got a Bren Universal Carrier coming out for Princess of Night. I like this a lot. Of course, ever since the September patch, the Bren Universal Carrier does 50% bonus damage to snipers. So it'll do that with its machine gun and its Vickers K and/or Wasp flame projector when that gets upgraded. Oh, these Tommies just getting a little close to this sniper. He's going to fall back, get some camo. Some Grenadiers going to come in to provide a little bit of sort of zoning here, and the sniper will be able to start capping off some headshots. This is some very clever positioning from Princess of Night. I really like this. I mean, obviously she doesn't know where the sniper is, but she's kind of being really annoying. Tying up 2 German units here with just a squad of Tommies is pretty good. Having said that, though, the sniper is not being useless. He manages to get a man off the Vickers squad, but he does reveal his position, and the Bren Universal Carrier is going to reroute and head straight to him. So savvy play from both teams, from both players here, doing pretty well. Pioneers coming back to cap this point, and I wouldn't be surprised if they fall back as soon as they're done here and go and construct the next building. Oh, hang on, actually it's probably a little premature for that since Escalate to Battle Phase 1 has not yet been researched. Anyway, Sniper is now being pursued. He has been flushed. He's in the open. Oh no, getting mine arse out of here. But the threat of a Panzerfaust from the supporting Grenadiers is going to be enough to ensure that he gets out of here with nothing but a good tale to tell his grandchildren and a couple of light grazers. So Sniper there, going to make it on out. Seems like we've got a scuffle developing here. We've got a Tommy squad behind some cover, end up being supported by the Bren Universal Carrier, and a squad of Grenadiers here. Now this is a pretty good fight for the British forces. I imagine that this squad of Grenadiers will fall back quite shortly. I say that. Here comes another squad of Grenadiers. They're going to try and help it out. And with 2 squads, you can kind of push this Bren Carrier. Obviously, it can't risk getting into Panzerfaust range from these Grenadiers. That's not what you want as the British player. And so with 2 squads, that's actually going to force these units back. Princess of Night playing cautiously, knowing of course that the sniper could, and indeed is, going to be back in position to contribute to the fight. Now the Vickers squad down to 1 man, that will force the squad fallback. I really hope that Princess of Night was paying attention there, and she was, so there's the fallback. The sniper not in position to try for a squad wipe on that last man, so he's going to get back. Well, we've got an SAS sniper coming out for the British forces. Now, keen watchers on the channel will have seen games, or a couple of games in the past at least, where the German sniper and the SAS sniper are both present on the battlefield. Makes for an interesting game of cat and mouse. The German sniper essentially has the edge. He aims and fires a lot faster, so all things being equal, he will defeat the SAS sniper, but cunning British players will tell their SAS sniper to hold fire, wait for the German sniper to commit himself into a combat by sniping at some other British forces, and then counter-snipe the German commander. So, the German sniper. So, yeah, it's an interesting game of cat and mouse, and we'll see how that one plays out. So anyway, here comes the Scottish Assault Squad sniper right now. He's found a target straight off, actually. He's going to ping down one of these Grenadiers, maybe. Nope. The additional aim time on the Scottish Assault Squad sniper, just too much there. Now this sniper is being forced back across the open. The Universal Carrier doing quite well for itself, up to about a third of a level of veterancy. It's killed, just killed 2 more Grenadiers, so up to 3 kills. It was 1 when I first started that sentence, though. And the Vickers in this building going to be doing a number on these Grenadiers. Oh, but there's the Panzerfaust, and we've got a stricken Bren carrier here. This is deadly, dangerous times. Whoa, speaking of dangerous times, this Grenadier is also heavily wounded. Now these Grenadiers are going to come in. That'll be the finishing touches here with this Panzerfaust. Whoosh, bam. Oh, wow, I thought it would be the finishing touches. Looks like they're going to have to shoot it just a little more, and there we go. The Vickers squad still being picked down by the sniper. They must be fed up to hell of this guy. And he's got them down to 2 men. That should be a fallback. I don't like deploying this MG because now this last guy has to undeploy it, and that's going to buy enough time for the sniper to get one more shot. I think it might. Let's see if he's going to clear the range before the sniper gets the shot. No, cunningly moving the sniper forwards, but not enough to get the final shot there. And that Vickers squad is going to survive. Now, these Pioneers here are right up in the face of these Tommies, and that's actually going to force them back. And if I crack the tactical map, you can see with this last phase of play, the forces of Princess of Night have been pushed all the way back into her base. She has no map presence whatsoever. So a very good opening phase of play here from Don'tKnow, who still hasn't chosen his commander. Neither player has. Let's just take a look at the teching. Escalate to Battle Phase 1 has completed, but he's elected not to construct his like the Mechanized Company, going for a bunker to provide healing in the base, and going straight up to Battle Phase 2, so we can look to see a support at Panzer Corps earlier than usual out of Don'tKnow. So possibly a nice touch, and also a very good way of capitalizing on a dominant phase of early play here, basically punishing your opponent for not having the resources that you have. This is what you would call in StarCraft kind of like, or in other RTSs, a more macro-based play. You know, you're building extra bases, you're getting your infrastructure online, you're trying to jump ahead in terms of research and tech to punish your opponent for their sort of stumbling open, or rather, or indeed to look at it from the other side of the coin, to maximize the fact that you've gotten a really good opening phase. So anyway, SAS Sniper now is going to come on out into mid. I still don't know. He's racked up 3 kills. Must have been picking off guys up in the north whilst I was covering the fight with the Bren carrier. Here comes some Grenadiers. They're going to get shot at as they run across the open. And this sniper here is set to hold fire. So if the SAS Sniper commits to a shot here, he will be counter-sniped by the German sniper. So it's just as well that Princess of Night using hold fire on that unit. Now here comes another squad of Grenadiers, again just putting on more pressure onto the British forces, tempting this sniper to make a move. We've got 2 squads of Royal Engineers on the field, who I haven't mentioned so far, so bringing to your attention, we do have 2 squads of Royal Engineers on the field, so they're going to be doing what they can, the boys from Wales there. They're a decent combat unit if you can get them up close. I've actually used them. Oh, rifle grenade coming out. It's a good rifle grenade. Actually, I think that may have killed a Pioneer there as well. Let's see now. Friendlies killed 0. No, so it didn't. But, oh, wow. Possibly a squad wipe on these Pioneers here. Nope, nope. The boys from Wales not accurate enough to get that one. It would have been a big ask, to be fair. And these Grenadiers, they're probably going to want to fall back sooner rather than later. On 2 men. Tommy's in cover. Indeed, even out of cover. But usually Tommy's in cover. Pretty potent. Grenadiers in a good position here, getting the fallback on the Royal Engineers that were trying to claim this point back. And we're now moving up to the 8-minute mark, and Princess of Night has never really been able to push past the middle of the map, and finds herself, even now, contained right in the middle. Oh, no, here comes the SAS Sniper. There's a shot going on this German sniper here. This could be a big one. And he gets it! The Scottish Assault Squad Sniper getting nearly up to a full level of veterancy after that kill. He needs to get himself out of there now, though. He's in jeopardy. Stays for one more shot against those Grenadiers. Although pressing fallback here would be suicide, because, of course, he'd have to run around this fence, and that would be the end of him. Oh, my goodness, just playing cat and mouse, just trying to find somewhere to hide as this sniper. Great micro from Princess of Night, but also great micro from Don'tKnow, coordinating 2 squads of Grenadiers to come in and try and find this sniper, who's going to take another shot. Fearless sniper here. Doesn't care that there are other Grenadiers here, because those Grenadiers are engaged anyway. So anyway, Vickers in a good position as well. So Princess of Night is beginning to make stuff happen here. Let's just take a quick look at the teching. The support armor core is down as I thought it would be. 70 fuel in the tank for Don'tKnow, and we're only coming up to the 9-minute mark. So this could be an early Ostwind / Panzer IV / Stug. Depends how Don'tKnow's feeling about it. But you've got to think that he's going to first pick a vehicle rather than wait for a vehicle to come out and respond from Princess of Night. So because otherwise there's no real point to rushing this tech. So, yeah. Anyway, 6-pounder is coming out, and that's going to give Princess of Night something to try and contain whatever comes out of that support armor core. So we'll look to see what her chosen positioning is on that. And she's actually beginning to string together a few capture points and things like that. This Vickers needs to get out, and it is, but that is a bad place to be. The SAS Sniper here going to ping down one of these guys, but there it is. But I think that Vickers squad, yep, the Vickers squad is forfeit. And if I was Don'tKnow, I would grab this Vickers machine gun in a heartbeat. That's a really good piece of hardware. If you can get it into a building like this building or this building with its Veterancy 1 ability gaining 25% extra range, that thing is a real brute. And even without the Veterancy 1 ability, it does great damage. So. Pioneers here, getting the edge on their Welsh counterparts here. They're both sort of short-range SMG-toting squads, but obviously a flamethrower will give you a pretty good edge in a fight involving that. Just going to have a sip on my water here. And another scuffle here in mid, but taking points sneakily to the north, and you can kind of feel the ebb and flow of the battle beginning to shift a little bit into the British favour. I mean, obviously, Don'tKnow still leading by all metrics, really, but these fights are getting slightly harder. The British forces are getting slightly more done, and this is always the story of the game when you have Wehrmacht against a UKF. The Wehrmacht always take a very strong opening, and then it's down to the UKF to use their generally superior units to pull themselves back into the fight, and we're just beginning to see that happen. Now, the scoreline strongly favouring the German forces. They're ahead now by about 160 tickets, which is pretty damn good. The Panzer IV is the fuel spending of choice. Good rifle grenade there. I think that was a rifle grenade. Getting the kill on a Vickers squad there. And the British forces, now perily depleted. All the Tommy squads were massacred there as well. Sorry I didn't actually literally catch that, but it must have just happened. And so down to 2 squads of Royal Engineers, hardly very hardy frontline infantry. And if Princess of Night remembers that her MG was dropped here, she could grab that, and that would be absolutely crucial. She's also floating a lot of manpower. Here comes a glider, so that will be what that was for. I was about to say, maybe that's for the glider. Has chosen the Vanguard Operations Commander. This is one of my favourites, probably my favourite, but only just, British commander. And so, yep, the commander, that'll bring down the air landing field officer, a much-needed infantry squad for the for the British forces. But right now, the entire battle is really about this Panzer IV and this 6-pounder. Because depending on how the engagement goes, that'll pretty much be make or break. If the 6-pounder gets killed, I can't really see how Princess of Night is going to hold on to this. If the Panzer IV goes down, then she's in with a chance. So we'll see how it goes. Nice camo on this Panzer IV, good stuff. So the air landing field officer getting a gammon bomb into the building, going to force them back, going to get into the building himself. Oh, possibly a squad wipe going here. It'll be a lucky squad wipe if it happens. But moving forwards relentlessly here. These guys basically just commandos, so they do real good damage at close range. And the 6-pounder has kind of been flanked here by the Panzer IV. But the aimed shot coming off the sniper. Oh my god, what is with this overextension? Why are Wehrmacht commanders so keen to overextend their armor? I mean, this is massively too far. When you're this far ahead, there's no reason to take a dive like this. You just play the Panzer to its advantage. Just play it cautiously, pick units off, identify where their AT is, and strike somewhere else. Just make use of the tank. Anyway, and that is going to be the GG right there. You've got to feel like that was Princess of Night just GGing. She did just lose her sniper, and things are looking really bad. I mean, down to this many forces for Brits is it's dangerous times. She still had enough manpower and a bit of a cushion there. So I would say that's a slightly early GG, but I mean, that was such a well-taken fight from Don'tKnow, who still hasn't chosen a commander. So, and if I crack the tack, you can see the story of the game. I mean, it's basically been a fight on the doorstep of the British base this entire time, and you know when you're that British player that no matter how well you fight on the doorstep of your base, until you break out, there's no way you can win. So, so Princess of Night there, deciding to call it a day, and I pretty much agree, because as soon as this 6-pounder dies, so do all the other British forces, and there's not really a lot protecting this 6-pounder right now. So I think things were going to go from terrible to exceptionally awful very quickly there. And so yeah, Princess of Night moving on to the next game. Fair enough, fair enough. So yep, that concludes this replay. Getting it done in 12.5 minutes, Don'tKnow, damn. Yep, thank you very much for everybody out there for watching. I'm going to move straight on and cast another, maybe upload it today, so look for that. Stay tuned, as they say, and this is Magpie842 signing out.